Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to go through how I made these adorable booklets. These booklets I made them for my nieces and my nephews. We're going camping soon and I just wanted to give them a little something to do in the car. Sometimes those car rides can be long and get them off their phones and things like that. So I made these little books. Within them there is coloring pages and activity pages. It's a word search, that's what it is, which I can't seem to find right now. Here we go. Word search and coloring. I also grabbed these cute little bags, organizer folder bags from the dollar store. They were $1. How adorable are they? So I got one for each of the little ones, and then for my little nephew, he's so young, I got him the little shark one because it's so cute. So I got those. I also grabbed some pencil crayons from the dollar store as well. They were $1.50 a piece, and clipboards. These were $1.25 from my dollar store. All of this will go together like so. So we have the clipboard, we have the booklet. I also made some camping stickers. I showed those a while back. So I'm going to include some of these stickers for them, the book, the pencil crayons, and I think I'm going to get some candy just to throw in for them. And they will have their little projects to do on the road. So we're first going to head over to the computer so I can show you how I went about creating these booklets. And then I'm going to show you how I went about getting them together as one piece, so that as an actual booklet. It's really simple to do, and it's just those rip away ones, like those notepads. It's like that, and it's really cute. I really loved how these turned out. And yeah, so let's move over to the computer and get this started. We're back at our computer. We're going to get this project started. I took some elements from Cricut Design Space, but I also got some elements off of Canva. Just note that I do have Canva Pro. I have access to a lot more designs than if you don't have Canva Pro. I also have Cricut Access as well I pay for, so those two things allow me to get a little bit more designs available to me. But I also got some off of the internet as well. So when I was in Cricut, I went to images and I think I put camping color. You'll see I have all sorts of things here. I think about activity sheets. Something came up, did it? Nothing came up for activity sheets. So I'll show you where I got the activity sheet from after, but camping coloring will give you some coloring projects. So this one I believe I used this one as well. You're just going to bring it right into Design Space, just like that. Now, I wanted this to be a print then cut, so I actually made it the size of as big as a print and cut can be, but I also added a shape, a square, change this to white. I'm going to set it to back so it just goes behind my design. I found with this project that having the grid lines on really helped me. So I then, this will be changed to print and cut also. And this is where I made it the size. There you go. So about 7.2 is as big as it will cut. 7.37. I added my design here. And the last thing I did was I brought in another square. I unlocked this square and changed it to perforate. I'm going to bring it to the front. Oops. I'm going to change the color so we can see it. And I made it as skinny as possible. I added it here. There we go. So I did leave a little bit of space on this side, and I put the perforation here. When I was working with the perforation, I just made it as small as I possibly could. But I think I did a 0.1. Yeah. Because I just need it. I don't need that like gap between the perforation. Once your sheet is ready and you're happy with the sizing, your picture will sit in it like that. Once you are happy with this, you'll then grab only the back sheet and the design. So I'm just grabbing those two things, not that perforation piece. Grab the two, as you can see on the side here, and hit flatten. We'll grab the perforated piece and bring that to the front. Grab both and attach. And now you have this will print on your cardstock. Once it's printed, Cricut will then cut and put the perforation in when you move it to the machine. So I did that to as many of the projects that I liked. I think this was another one I chose that I liked. Same concept. Now, only thing is it's very important. We're going to detach this and I'm going to unflatten. I want to duplicate the square and the perforation. So just those two have been selected and we're going to hit duplicate. Now you have your two pieces together. We can now go back, flatten this, bring this to the front again, and then attach. Why you have to do it this way, you don't want to flatten the perforation. I don't even think you can anyhow if you selected everything. You just want to flatten the design on the sheet and then you want to attach this. So Cricut will first print the design on your cardstock and then after it will do the perforation with the blade. Then it'll ask you to switch out the blade and then it will do the cut all around for the square. So it's very important to duplicate the page. The other important thing, and why it's important, is you want these lines to stay the same for each page. You want the sheet to be the same, you want the perforation to be the same, you just want that kind of a clean look to your project. The other thing is, I made a bunch of them, but what I did was I grouped it first and then I duplicated it and just put them to the side. So now I have all of my sheets for my book, or not all, or whatever the case may be, but I have a bunch of sheets for my book to the side, just kept duplicating it. And then that way I don't have to be unflattening and, the whole 9 yards. So we'll bring this to the front, make it smaller to fit on our sheet. Just like so. And then we will flatten. Oh, this is a perfect example. So because this is grouped with the perforation, I can't flatten it because I cannot flatten the perforation. So you do have to ungroup. My design's a little bit too big. Again, better when this is on. There we go. Just grab your blank sheet and your design, flatten that, bring your perforation to the front. I don't know why it does that every single time though for me, and I have no idea why. And attach. Another sheet complete. So let's move that to the side, bring this here. If you're not able to find elements in Design Space that you like, your other option, of course, is to go to Google and search for some elements there. I think I searched for camping activity sheets is what I wrote. And if you go to images, there's some free printables that you can play with. Just like this. You can visit the site and grab your free printable. That's really cute. I think I might have gotten the word search. Oh, this is really cute too. This is trace and camping word. Yes, I did do that word search. And this is where I grabbed my camping word search from. For the little ones, you can do an easier one. For the older ones, you can do a harder one, whatever the case may be. Whatever, I think this is the one I ended up doing. I thought it was kind of in between. The big kids can do it, and the small kids, the younger ones, can do it as well. And I liked the design. But yeah, of course, you can search for any elements you like. The way you're going to bring them into Cricut, excuse me, is you're going to right click and save image as. Save it somewhere on your desktop. If you have a folder, I think I put it in like camping, whatever the case may be. Save it. We go to Cricut. We'll go to upload, upload image, browse, find your image that we just saved, camping word search, continue. It's going to be a flat graphic. Obviously, we don't want that cut, and we don't need multiple layers at all. We just want the print then cut project. We'll hit upload and resize it to our sheet. Now remember, to flatten this, you need to ungroup your perforated edge and your sheet. Select just your sheet and your image and hit flatten. I'm going to bring this front, select both, and hit attach. So just so you know, when I'm selecting, I hope I'm not moving too fast, but when I select, I am just clicking outside of the area that I want to select and dragging the mouse over so that it selects what I want. And you don't have to go like that. Just this little bit will select everything. Hit attach. You might get this yellow exclamation mark warning. It's saying it's low resolution. Me personally, I have been seeing this a lot with Cricut lately. Any image I bring into Design Space, I get this warning sign. I printed it regardless and it came out well. I can show you when we go back to the craft table what it looks like when it was printed because it looks really good. So all that to say, you do have to test it out. I don't know why Cricut is doing that all of a sudden, but do test it out and decide if it's a good image for you or not. And when I say test it out, I just mean print it on regular copy paper. Give it a try, see what it looks like. If you're happy with it, you can move forward. If you're not, of course, find something that you're happy with. The last thing I did was I created this portion on Canva. And you could totally do this in Design Space if you find the elements you like. It was just a very simple, some simple elements that I brought in. I'm sure I probably searched for camping and the images came up like so. So this is the one here and camp I put across here. So you can look in Design Space, you can look in Canva, you can look on Google. My whole point is that there's a lot of places that you can look that to find images that you like. Last thing I did was I put the name of the child and the fact that it's a camping activity book. It's just something else for them to color was my thoughts, that they can color the front of their page nicely with their name. I also grabbed, I think I put camping. Yeah, I think this is what I put, RV camping coloring pages. And some of these came up like this, and I used some, I believe. Yep. So this one is this one right here. Now the next question is, how do I get it out of here and into Cricut? And I'm going to show you that in just a second. I used this one as well. I believe this one was in here somewhere. That came from here. I think this one did as well. Majority of my elements came from Canva. This one was in Cricut. Same with this one. And this we downloaded. So you can see I kind of just all over the place. How I got it out of here. Once everything was complete, so you want all of these pages to come out. Of course, you don't need these ones, but we're going to pretend like all of these came from either Google or from Canva. When you go to share, you'll hit download. You're going to leave it as a PNG with a transparent background. And you can do all pages. The first one I did all pages because then I can just duplicate and print as many pages as I need to. So I hit download. You'll then go to File Explorer and you'll go to your downloads folder, and there is your zip file. You can just right click on your zip file and hit extract all, and you can save it wherever you see fit. Extract. Go to Cricut Design Space, you click on upload. You'll click on upload image, browse. You're going to go to wherever it is that you saved that project. And my own was in here. Right here. And then you're going to grab each one. So you will have to do it one at a time for each one of these. It doesn't take long at all. I'm being very honest. You'll hit continue. You can clean it up if you need to. I didn't have to clean anything up in here. And we want a flat graphic again because everything will be printed. And upload. So we're going to move this one out of our way, and we now have this guy in. This is going to be the front cover for our project. Again, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to get it onto our sheet, bring our grid marks back in, select the page and the design only, and flatten. We're then going to bring our perforated line to the front, grab both. So I showed you before to select whatever it is you want to select. You can click outside of the design and drag your mouse over it. The other thing you can do is you can go over to the right side and you're going to grab your perforated line, hit Control on your keyboard, and then click on the second portion. So that's another option to select whatever it is you need to select. I do like to do it a lot from this right side. You may have seen, I say that a lot, just because you can run the risk of adjusting things accidentally if you select on this side. So I'm trying to select that, but now I need the line and trying to grab it. There could be a possibility of me moving it, but Control Z is also your best friend in Cricut. So I'm going to grab both pieces and I'm going to click on attach. So far, I'll make this smaller. So far, our book is coming along really nicely. We have our front cover, we have a word search, we have a design, we have all these blank sheets and another design. So far we have 4 sheets, and that didn't take long at all. You'll do the same thing again. You'll go to upload image, browse. You should be in the folder where you left off. Grab your second picture, open, and you just keep moving it along until you get here to flat graphic and upload. It's going to keep going. Here's our design. I'll make it smaller. Again with the grid lines. Really annoying that it's doing that. I really don't know why. But there you have your design. So I'm going to ungroup my selecting just the design and the square, flatten. Select now your flatten and your perforated edge and attach. Oops. Bring your perforated edge to the front. Grab your flattened image and then attach. And there you have it. I have my cover. I did a s'mores, the adventure one you saw me do. Just a fun camp one. I did add some writing on here. I did through Cricut Design Space. I just added text, and then I flattened the text and the image together with the design. We have these kids playing. This one I put sideways because, of course, it's going to be in such a way that they can remove the page and color. So that will work out fine. We have the word search, another RV. Wood, of course, is necessary. Another bonfire. Fishing is always fun. And then just another RV background. Those are all my pages. And when you hit make, there are your images. And it will give you the number of mats. The way I completed this project is I printed all of the sheets first. So if you click on continue, you can say send to printer. As you may know, this is my printer. I rarely will use the bleed, so I'm going to turn the bleed off. I'm going to hit print. While that's printing, I'm going to move to the next image. And I'm also going to send that to printer. And I'm going to keep moving all the way down the line, and I'm going to do that for each one. I found doing the print first, then the cut, then the perforation, then the cut, and then doing it all over again. It is a time-consuming project. So, any tips or tricks that I can give you to help you out, what does that hurt? So I went through and I printed all of the images first, each sheet first, by just clicking on it. Once this box lights up like this, that's how you know what Cricut is going to work on next. So I went through each one, sent each one to printer. And then I went back to the first one and it says printed. The image is already printed, so we can ignore that one. And I moved on to this. Last thing I did was I used medium cardstock with default pressure, and I remember those material settings so that it will do each one the exact same way. It then tells you what to put in next. So you have your perforated blade in clamp B first. Let that go. It's going to put the perforation down the side of the page, and then switch it out for your fine point blade after. That's where it says coming up, and it will then cut the sheet out for you. So that's about it. That's how I got all the elements, and that's how I created the notebook. I thought it was really cute. For them, you could have, of course, if you want to save time, you don't need the perforated edge, print it directly from Canva, the whole project, and how you would go about doing that. And now remember, this would be 8.5 by 11 paper you're printing this on. So just keep that in mind that you'll be using the entire sheet. Again, that is not a bad thing. I just have to be extra, as always. You would just go to share and you hit download. You would then change your file type to PDF print. You're going to do all pages. And the only other place I change is CMYK, best for professional printing. I don't really know if it makes a difference, but I always change it. And we'll hit download. Once you downloaded your design, it is now open in Adobe. And you could just go ahead and hit print. Oops. Just like that. And it will print all your sheets, all 8.5 by 11. So this most definitely will work as well. So once everything is printed, and not only will it work, but this actually came out kind of pixelated, so you'd have to play around with this a little bit. It will also work with the way we're going to create the notebook. So you have little time and you just want something quick, this would be your better bet. If you want something fun, just because, and you want that perforated edge so that the kids can rip the pages out, because how cool is that? Then you can do it the way I just showed you in Cricut. So we're going to head back over to our craft table and get this book into book form. Okay, so we have everything printed and cut out. Like I said, I use Cricut to help me with that portion. I'm now going to go ahead and bind these books. So I have one for each one of my nieces and my nephews and my one daughter, my big daughter. She's bigger now. She's not interested in any of this. So we're going to go about how to create the binding. Once your books are put together or cut and ready to bind, you'll want to grab some satin Mod Podge. The other ones may work. I have tried the matte one and the glossy one, and I didn't like the finish compared to what this finish is. You will also need a small fine tip paintbrush, some binder clips. I have two sizes. I got 1 1/4 and 1 inch binder clips. I just got these from our local dollar store. They were $1 each. And you'll want some pieces of cardstock. The reason why you want this is when you're putting your books together and you're clamping them, this will allow you to not damage the books. So I just had some scrap cardstock, and that's what I'm using. And you don't want to put it too close to the edge because it will stick to the edge. So I'm just going to do it like so. And then once we have the binder clips opened up now, then I'll just clip this guy. So you want to make sure that your pages are very even. Just give it a few taps here and there. You want it to be a very clean, even edge that you're going to glue together. You could put a back page on if you would like. I did do a back page with this one, but I don't think I'm going to do it going forward with these ones. And yeah, that's about it. So I think I'm actually going to cut this guy in half instead. Do it like that. I just put the binder clips on like that. Grab our Mod Podge. You're just gonna, once you have everything like this, you're just gonna take a little bit of Mod Podge onto your paintbrush, and you're going to just paint the side. I am just doing one more coat on this one because it was complete, but I don't know, the first page did not stick very well. Okay, and then I'm just going to take one more sheet. All this cardstock is doing is ensuring that your pages don't end up damaged from the binder clips. So that's the only reason why I'm using it. I'm just gonna go clean up this edge a little bit. And I think I'm just gonna do a couple more binder clips right here. And I'm ensuring that it's not touching anything when I use it there. And the reason why, again, is I just making sure everything sticks together while it dries so that the glue adheres all the sheets. There we go. And I'm not bothering with the edge here because it is just the edge of the paper, so it's okay. So we'll let that dry and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this one's all ready to go. And again, I'm just gonna dip my paintbrush in. And we're just gonna put it onto the edge of the book. So altogether, I believe I did about 3 coats of the Mod Podge onto these books. And I'm just trying to keep things as clean as possible. I'm going to take the binder clips, just like so. Again, leave this to dry for about 10 minutes. When 10 minutes are over, we'll come back and we'll do the same thing again. All right, so that was the tutorial. How easy was that? You, of course, do not need to cut them down to this size as I did. I just thought it would be cute to have smaller pages. I don't know. I really don't know what the reason was. I just thought it was cute. So you could do this by 8.5. You could do it 8.5 by 11 and just create a massive sheet with all of your different designs. Just means more space to color. And yeah, all of the supplies that I purchased, the clipboard, the pencil crayons, I just got all dollar store items, either Dollarama in Toronto or another dollar store. I think it's called like Dollar Store for More, also in Toronto. But I'm sure Dollar Tree would have these things available as well. These actually were a pretty decent price. The clipboards were $1.25. The packages of pencil crayons were $1.50. And the cute pouches were $1.25. So couldn't go wrong with that, you know, per kid. I mean, it was like $5 maybe. So yeah, try these out, create these for your kids. They'll love them. Be something fun to do when they're on the road, and get them off those phones and iPads and whatever else. So I hope you try this tutorial. If you do, don't forget, I want to see your designs. Tag me in them on social media. I'll link my social medias below for you. And of course, do not forget to hit subscribe, like, and hit that bell button so you're notified when I post more videos. I hope you all have a fabulous week. Happy crafting. Take care and bye now.